Good morning, guys. Let me prop you up real quick. Long time no see. It feels like it's been ages, and it probably has. I feel like the last time I posted it's got to be at least 9 months ago now. Probably longer, honestly. But first off, I'd like to preface this by saying, if you follow me for the ASMR, I still will be posting ASMR content. I don't know how frequently I will be, but if you don't want to follow me, or if you want to unfollow me because I'm not posting as much anymore, I completely understand that. There's been a lot of rough patches in my life, and there's been a lot of things that have happened. 9 months is a long time, and I thought, you know what, I just make an unedited video of me talking for a little bit, talk about my life, talk about some things I think are important, and just go with it, man, So let's get started. Okay, so I think the first thing that I should get out of the way is that to everybody who followed me and stuff, and who followed me for my ASMR, I want to appreciate, and I want to send a thank you out to everybody, right? And I appreciate you, like, unconditionally. It means a lot that people were starting to follow me, and it was kind of dumb of me to, what's the word, like, quit, but it's also understandable because a lot of stuff has happened. So I think I like to do these things on Snapchat where I post a little video and I just kind of yap for a little bit. So I thought, you know what, why not do one of those, but on YouTube, right? So I thought, why not just yap? And I think, although I have to take something out of the YouTube edition, if you know, you know, I think it'd still be nice to talk about some stuff. And I think the first thing that I want to talk about, or the first topic I want to talk about, is following through with things, which is, one of my biggest issues in life is following through with things, right? So I've noticed throughout my years that I have a really, really, really hard time with following through things. And obviously it's getting better as I get older, and I get more mature. But I think that one of my big problems is once I lose motivation to do something, I stop doing it. And I think that that's really stupid, I think that sometimes I need to just kind of stick in there, finish that shit. And it sucks because a lot of the time I don't do that, I need to work on that, definitely. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of people do it, and it's not shunned, because I don't want to say people should ever be shunned, but, or I guess people do deserve to be shunned, but not the point. More of like, how do I word this? I think people are too quick to let that stuff slide. Like, let me give you an example, right? I have the perfect example. YouTube. I literally just took like a 9-month break from YouTube, and I did that. I had passion for it. I really enjoyed it. I love doing YouTube, and I still do. I think the problem is that I didn't stick to it because results weren't going fast enough, even though I kind of had a video blow up, which is crazy. But also, things in my personal life affected how I was doing YouTube. And that normally wouldn't be a problem. Taking a break for a while is good. But the problem that I'm having is that once I stop doing something, I have a really, really hard time to pick it back up, and I end up just pushing it off and procrastinating and all this kind of stuff. And I'm just like, oh, dude, I need to work on this, because I've made multiple attempts to start up my YouTube channel again, and I just lose motivation. I'm just like, oh, And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give people advice that I'm not going to follow right away. But for some reason, I just give good advice, or so I've been told, even though I don't like to follow it a lot of the time. But I think that's what we're going to talk about today. So I guess we should start with the question of, how do we fix the motivation? And I think that is probably the harshest reality of this, is that sometimes you just can't. I think sometimes people like to, they're so quick to move from one thing to another that they don't really have hobbies, and the hobbies that they do have, they swap and swap and swap. And I'm 100%, I can't focus on one thing for more than 10 minutes. I get it. But I think that I need to start working on that. I really need to start getting shit done, finishing what I started, you know? And I think there's some ways that we can go about that. And I'm just trying to think of how to word this. Like I said, I don't want to edit this first video back, but, you know, if you guys like it unedited, I could do that. But if you don't, then I'll start editing it, or if you want me to improve it. I think the biggest problem when it comes to trying to start stuff back up is kind of the anxiety of it. I think a lot of it's in your head, you know, like that's what my problem was with YouTube. Is like I was thinking, oh, if I go back to YouTube, you know, I'll have to start doing stuff daily. I have to start reading comments, replying to comments. And it doesn't sound hard. It's not hard, but like all these things overwhelming me cause me to not put in my full effort. I've made a few videos. I never post them because I'm like, oh God, this is so much work and so much this and that. And that worry is preventing me from getting it done. So I think people who worry about these kind of things, and it's okay to worry, you know, but I think you need to start thinking from a more rational point of view. And I know that's hard. Trust me, I get it. I've had some of the most irrational fears or different things of like, oh, you know, I don't have an example, but you know what I mean. I feel like a lot of times people are scared to, I'm just repeating the same thing over and over again. I don't know how to go about this. Usually I have a little like notepad that I kind of write down the points that I want to make, but I didn't do that this time. I'm just kind of talking out my ass. So I thought, you know, this might not go as well, but we'll keep it in. We'll keep it in. I got to get better at talking anyways. I want to start talking. I want to do stand up. So if I can start like getting better at talking and just saying shit and kind of improving my way through conversations, that'd be nice, you know? But I guess the point I'm trying to get at is that when you start something, I think it's good to just try to finish it. It may take, or at least stay up to date with it. Obviously, you can... Sorry, I just heard like a thud. Jesus Christ, scared the crap out of me. Anyways, dude, that's scary. It's fun. I thought I heard somebody outside, so I went to go check. Nobody's out there. Anyways, what was I saying? I think sticking with it and just kind of braving the storm is something that people don't like to teach a lot nowadays, and they don't like to say is like a good thing. I think people think that just giving up and trying all these different things is like, it's not a bad thing to do that if you're trying to figure out what you want to do in life, for example, but like, I feel like a lot of people are so quick to just say, oh, this is boring, or this is stupid, or this isn't giving results, and they quit, you know? And that's why I think, I can't even say that I'm not the same way with a lot of things, but like, for example, people are fat in the US. A lot of people are overweight, and I think that that's partly because people say, oh, I can work out, I'll go for the gym, go, you know, eat good stuff, and they end up doing that, right? And they do it for a few days, and then they give up because it's too hard. Or like YouTubers, I think that as cocky as this sounds, I think a lot of people just give up before they blow up, and I think that it would be generally pretty easy to guarantee success on YouTube. I'm not gonna say 100%, but I feel like if you do enough and you just put in enough effort, it's possible. A lot of things are possible. And I think people are just so quick to give things up for no reason, or because it's hard, or it's just boring, you know? And I've done that my entire life, and I guess that's just something I want to work on. So I guess we're gonna start posting again. This is my little yap session with y'all. I think I'm gonna start posting tomorrow, since it is fucking 4:40 now in the morning, and I'm tired, but I will be keeping up with the content, hopefully. If this is my last video on the channel, I guess I lied, but I'm hoping not to lie. And I promise that I will not hopefully, I'm not even gonna promise that, because I am gonna tell you this, all right? I'm gonna try, okay? I am gonna try to keep the channel up and posting and stuff, you know? And I hope that you guys are sticking along for the ride, but if you're not, you know what, that's okay too. Now, before I go, I do have a few things I want to say. First off, thank you for watching the video all the way through if you're getting to this point. Fucking awesome. All right. Secondly, if you are interested in tarot readings, which I've gotten a lot more comfortable doing tarot readings, I just recently got a new deck, and my, I don't know if I can actually show this on YouTube. One of my vases that I used to do certain activities with, involving something that rhymes with lead. One of my favorite plants I like to have around the house, right? You get what I'm saying. It broke recently, and I need to get a new one. So if you want a tarot reading, comment it. I'll make a video. I'll make a whole video doing your tarot reading if you want, or I can do a private one. I do a lot of these on Snapchat. I promote a lot of my stuff on Snapchat, so I'll put my Snapchat in the pinned comment if you want to look there, and I'll just get in contact with me any way you can. I'll put my socials in the bottom, or I'll put them somewhere. But if you're interested in that, let me know. It'd be awesome. I currently still don't have a job, but we're working on it. You know, I said that last time, but we are. So this would be great and extremely helpful. But if not, you know what? It's okay. No pressure. No pressure. Remember to drink some water, take your meds, and I hope you have an amazing day.